Welcome back to Tantrum House. We hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
After you finish munching on your leftover turkey sandwich, you should come out to Boardwalk here in Greenville, South Carolina, and check out their fantastic selection of games.
One of the games you'll find here today is Continental Express, and we're going to review it for you.
We're also going to be playing it this Monday night at Due South in Taylor, South Carolina, so if you want to give it a shot, join us for that, and we'll have it ready for you.
Right, let's roll into our next Terrible 2
Minute Review.
Continental Express is a 2 to 4 player game from Asmodee in which players are trying to complete the best train the fastest.
At the beginning of the game, players are given 2 objective cards. They get to keep 1, and that will give them bonus points at the end of the game. This is actually the only complex part of the whole game, and that's really just because the artwork on these cards is a little confusing. For example, on this card, 2 pairs gives you 7 points.
After selecting their secret objective, the player can then draw 1 card from the 9 cards available. He can draw the first card in any of the 3 rows, or he can pay $1 to draw the second card, or $2 to draw the third.
All the cards that pop up will be either train car cards, or money, or train employees, and those special cards will give you the ability to do a one-time trade of train cars, or to steal their money, or something like that. Once in a while in the game, an event card will pop up, and it will clear out all of either the train cards, or it will clear out the objectives and reset them.
Yes, once the player has drawn his train car card, he can then go and optionally complete an objective if he has the proper cars for it. You see, on each objective, there are 2 to 3 train cars that he will then have to turn in to get that objective. Once a player has completed 4 objectives, each other player has 1 more turn to try to catch up, and then the game ends.
So it's got a pretty straightforward mechanic to it. Tell us about that.
Well, I like that it's such a simple strategy, but it hints at bigger, better board games. One of the things that you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to take that most strategic option, the one that works best for you, while denying it to your opponent. But this kind of presents a problem because in a 2-player game, the one player can just string along the other player the entire time and deny him from having any sorts of fun. So it's definitely a better game with 4 players. I do think, though, that aspect of it makes it better for analysis paralysis prone players because their options are going to be fairly obvious. Theme.
Trains are really popular right now. If you're into that, then I think this will tickle your fancy. I do like the embossed tin box. It's very cool. Very nice artwork there. The card art is decent. I kind of already explained my beef about the iconography, but there's a nice handbook manual that comes with it that explains all that, so you're all right. I think if you are into trains, then this fits the theme, and it's a little bit different than most of the other connecting track games out there, so it'll give you some fresh stuff to play with. Thematically, I think it's pretty solid. Replayability.
Well, I'd say this game takes about 10 to 20 minutes, so it's going to go by pretty quick. It's going to be a good filler game. The game has enough variance in the card drawing, and the deck is just thick enough that you're not going to play the exact same game every time. But it's not super deep, so you're going to have to go with the right group if you want to play it regularly. Enjoyability.
Yeah, I would say that's the key. This definitely isn't like a heavy Euro strategy gamer type of game. It's very much a family game. I haven't played it with him yet, but I'm looking forward to trying this out with my 7-year-old. I think it's the type of game that you can kind of jump right into and pick up and understand and have some fun with. I know that when you and I were playing the other day, that was just driving me crazy that you kept taking, the card I wanted every time. And so when you get, like any time that there's that level of frustration or whatever, those emotions are a sign that the game has, some cool stuff going on and it's creating some enjoyment. So I think you'll have some fun with this game.
Tantrum House gives Continental Express 2 thumbs up. Welcome back to Tantrum House. I hope you had
I have too. Here in Greenville, South Carolina, and check out their excellent selection of games.
One of the games.
Did you look over here?
I did. I was like, look at these games. I shouldn't do that.
Look at all these games. Let's hope you had a happy Thanksgiving.
After you finish munching on your leftover turkey sandwich, you should come out to Boardwalk here in Greenville, South Carolina, and check out their excellent selection of board games.